never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me, send me calling, ready for war like Korea, headlining shows out in Poland, you should be cleaning my mansion. My peasant's disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. You can hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert, gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose to. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Wentz. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games? It can be contagious. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 40. first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Here we go.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Now he'll let it go deep left. And that's caught inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
66.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Ajayi. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Hey, Ram. Run.
Wentz now on first down. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, Wentz. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lion.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Wallace with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Williams to return. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what they're trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Shorty.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles, 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Williams now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Off play action. Here's Goff. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Looking for Woods that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Lefty, lefty. 5-2. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Great.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Mark Barron leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They run with Ajayi. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Spins away. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Goff. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Orange, 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 orange. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And open, it's Cup. He's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a handoff for Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second down, here's Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now gone. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Shorty.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Grade 15.
Wentz now on first down. Fighting through pressure, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Wentz. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Grade 15, grade 15.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Elliott puts this one through. No problems in the field goal department so far.
If they need him late in the game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And the Rams getting set to go now.